Previously on Two Elves and a Dwarf.
Give me a d20 real quick.
Straight d20?
Yep.
Yeah, that's a nat 4.
Nat 4. Okay. You feel this overwhelming fear come over you. And it kind of makes you start crying. But you don't really understand why. And as you're continuing to walk, you hear all of you hear this high-pitched squeal. And as you turn around to see it, you just see a pillar of emerald green in the sky, directly where Chester was.
Yikes.
And that continues, where Chester is. And that continues. that continues on for what seems like hours to you.
Guys, I think I found something.
Oi, laddie, we already found it. We're almost there.
Get your asses
We're
over
there.
here
We're there.
now.
We're there.
Oh,
Emmer, Cletus, stop playing tag.
yeah, what?
What?
And then I peek around the opposite side and he's looking right at me. Oh.
Oh. Damn it, laddie.
I thought those were pretty heavy footprints.
Wow, laddie.
Oh,
You make another crack like that and I'll be cracking you if you know what I'm saying.
Oh, I think I do.
That's good, I don't.
Yeah.
So it's a 19.
You need to buy me dinner first.
16.
Pull him,
16.
You're pulling him, and finally with the loud he comes right out and plops
out.
into the ground.
I'm oddly aroused, laddies.
And me and my
How does
slender
it feel,
figure.
Emmer, to be under stone again?
I feel at home. Some of my grief is gone from my lass.
Yeah, you have no connection with Dixie right now.
Thanks for bringing it up again. Okay, I was feeling good for a second. Being back in some stone underground. Now I feel like shit again. So thank you.
You guys look around, and you start to see blood that will stains and skeletons. I should say they're not bodies; they're skeletons.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not fresh.
fresh.
It's
Like fresh
skeletons.
bodies, let's go.
And they're just everywhere around here. And for the first time since leaving the village, you guys are now on alert again. And Peter looks up and says, "We are in deep shit." Okay, so you guys find yourself standing in front of this statue like we did where we left off last time. There's skeletons and bodies all around you. And you're in this dark cavern with those 6 intersecting tunnels that lead off in all directions. In front of you is the statue that's kind of like a directory, like a signpost that points you in each different direction, and that there are runes written on them, but it's a language that none of you guys understand. And it kind of looks like what you're assuming was a yord, like what Peter was describing earlier. And so the feel in this cavern, it's kind of strange a little bit. Like it feels like really old and ancient. Like you could just the air is dense down here. And there's just tons of dust and dirt all over the place. Like this place has not been really walked around in years and years and years. And so that's kind of where we are right now.
We just chill, just hang out.
Yeah, we're not going to do anything.
Set up camp. Let's roast some stuff. We'll find some rats or something.
Dude,
We're
roast some
good.
weenies. I'm down.
Yeah.
Cheese.
And-
got lots of
and
cheese.
we're good.
We have a
Perfect.
goat.
Straight up.
To
We have a goat to
throw on a
eat.
spit.
You're not eating my goat.
To eat.
Should we just roll the dice and see which tunnel we should go down?
I'm going to roll a 1d12,
Oh, okay. Well, there's 6 tunnels,
and I got a 12. What does that mean?
so not a 1d6.
No. What does that mean?
A
do I
12?
go on the right side or the left side?
Well, that's up to Cletus. What is Cletus doing? So each tunnels look the same, and it's the same statue in front of each tunnel. They're just like what looks like a dwarf almost, who's holding a hand axe, and they're all just chilling in front of the entrance.
Okay, I want to check out the signpost. I can't read.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
Give me a
Good.
D20.
Good effort.
That is a signpost.
That'd be a nat 15.
Okay.
Clean.
So, you walk up to this this signpost and you kind of sidestep a couple of skeletons. You accidentally step on a skull and crush it under your weight.
Call me fat.
No,
Yep.
just old skulls. And so you walk up to it, and it is just like a stone scroll that looks carved into the shape of a scroll with arrows pointing in multiple directions. And the runes are just, you don't know.
There's no
Okay, go
pictograms.
Go ahead and use the chair.
Chair was noisy.
I couldn't even breathe without it.
Okay, back in.
All right, Hawk.
There's no pictures. There's nothing. Just runes.
Yeah, no pictures or anything, just runes with arrows. You can tell the arrows.
They pointed to different ones.
Right, so I think we should just roll the D12, and 1 and 2 is the
D6.
far right.
Just roll
Or
a 6.
roll
Is there a
D6.
6-sided D?
Yes, it's a regular
it's a
dice.
regular size.
Perfect.
So-
You know, like crabs.
Man,
Every dice.
I don't use this dice very often. Okay, all
I
right.
say we split up.
What do you think? I think splitting up is a horrible idea.
Well, it doesn't really. Peter kind of walks up to the sign right next to Emery and goes, "It doesn't really matter where direction we go. We just gotta get moving. So the sooner we get to the Golden City, the better. You know."
Peter, there's one way through the mountains, lad. We need to
Oh,
find the
back
right
to-
way through the mountain.
So where do we start?
That's what we need to find out,
All
laddie.
right. So wait, who is the? I have the map of the,
You have the map that led us to the entrance.
but
here.
nobody has any sort of map or anything.
Nothing.
The journal.
What
doesn't
about
say
your
anything.
journal? What does it say about this area?
I have the general. Peter, the journal. Peter pulls out the book and he's like, "I can try to find something in here, but like I said, Jackson Porter didn't really leave anything in here. He just said it was dark and dreary and kind of like just evil. There's not really anything else he
What a
described."
horrible adventurer.
Okay, laddies. Here's what I propose. You can do your little dice rolling game if you want. But when you're in a cave, you start at the left, and you keep your hand on the left wall, and you just walk around.
That's what you do in a maze.
That's what I said.
I don't think that's a bad idea. I think that's pretty good.
I think it's a long idea.
Or should we pick the right wall?
Can you use your wind powers to find the opening, like
They're all open.
the way out, the exit?
The one that's like days away.
Yeah.
No, I
Can you
cannot.
feel the airflow, the air currents?
I cannot do that.
Assert your feelings, young Padawan.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go in front of each tunnel opening and lick my finger and hold it up in the air and see which
Okay.
one has a draft.
So this cavern, I can't express to you how big it is. This place, like each one of these tunnel entrances is about 80 feet tall, and they're spread out along like think of 4 football fields all combined into one. That is how big this room you are in.
So you're
right
saying
now.
there's no
So
draft?
you're telling me there's not a draft?
You're not gonna feel anything, no. And by the time it takes you to go to each and single one would be a couple hours.
Oh dang!
Yonkers.
So let's just go to the closest one then.
But you get in the center, so you're in the very
They're all
center.
Okay, let's
He's
take a
making
vote.
this really hard.
Left. Let's go left.
Go left or roll
Left.
a dice.
Well, I rolled a 12, so.
That
There's
doesn't matter.
That's a good.
We're going
Does
left.
that mean go home and die? Is
Left.
that what that means? All right, left.
I
And
go
one
left.
of the tunnels you already came from, and there's one directly behind you.
Well, let's go to that one.
No.
Or not.
Go to the one to the left. of
Left.
Just immediate to the left of that.
Yep, the
Number
furthest
three,
left.
Lord.
That's where we're
that.
going.
Number 3.
Free, my lord. All right,
Okay.
let's do that then.
All right, left it is.
Good old Midas.
If this goes wrong,
Sound
I hate
okay,
it.
dude.
So
That's
you
the
head
guy
on
who
directly
Yeah.
to the left cavern, left tunnel, and you're walking, and the air in here, it's still that dense feeling. As you're kind of looking around, they're walking down this tunnel. You're starting to see runes, the same runes that are kind of carved on each of the walls, and it's kind of just like leading you close down and down this tunnel. And after a while of walking on this, it feels like you've been going down the same tunnel for about like an hour now. It starts to slant downwards, and the air drops. Like it gets, the temperature drops. It gets colder and colder, and it almost feels damp. You see you see moss on the floor and some mold growing, and it's just getting colder and like moist. And so,
Are there any like footprints or anything in the moss, or do we know that it's like desolate?
give me a perception check.
While he's doing that, can I smoke the
The
moss?
I mean,
That's a natural 19.
so you can't see any footprints in it at all. But it's just kind of like it's been growing so thickly and undisturbed that it's just been growing for so long.
Okay.
And you can always try to smoke something, but I don't know if this moss necessarily is going to do the thing for you.
It's the most natural.
Okay.
Yeah. So
We'll smoke some moss another day.
yeah, but another strange thing starts to occur as you continue to walk down. You see this blue light starting to glow. It starts coming at you quicker and quicker and quicker until it overcomes you. And you see little small runes on the side of the entrance that are glowing blue and kind of like lighting the way for you. And this is really strange because up until now it's just been lantern light, but now it's like this faint blue light that you can clearly see through the tunnel. And so you see these descending staircase at the very end of the tunnel. And you're kind of just chilling looking at the moss right now.
This is like that fish at the bottom of the ocean with the light
See,
that leads straight into its mouth.
YOLO, laddies.
I was thinking of Mater and the Ghost Light.
Seriously. Okay. All right. Well,
Let's
onward.
onward
I
and
guess
upward.
there's
I'm not
nowhere,
going back.
There's nowhere else to go.
I'm not a loser.
I'll go to the light. I mean, you guys want me dead, so like,
Perfect.
forget
You're not
it. Let's
wrong.
go, man.
So the light is all around you guys now.
Oh, okay.
Like if you look behind, these runes started glowing all the way back to the very entrance.
Oh well.
Perfect.
So this whole tunnel is now lit up.
I'm freaked.
Onward.
Good
Go.
joke.
I'm gonna. So what am I feeling right now? Like, with the do I feel a difference between when it was dark and now it's lit? Like, do I feel?
Well, besides vision-wise, I would
Smoking
say
that
you
moss.
guys are kind of a little, I would say, uneasy at this because you're not seeing any. Like I said, magic isn't really a thing here. So like, this is super unnatural for all of a sudden just light to be up here, almost unheard of.
Okay.
So, for whatever reason, the tunnel is lit up. So, however we would think about that in, like, us as regular people, and just chilling in a tunnel, all of a sudden lights up blue, that's how I imagine you guys are kind of taking this.
I'm sorry, that's too meta.
Okay.
Okay, so this is what Cletus would do. So Cletus gets out the cheese that the 14-year-old sold him, throwback, and he starts just like cuddling it like a teddy bear because he feels so uneasy.
Okay, so Cletus is uneasy.
Since he's gonna be pussy, I'm gonna go towards the light.
Okay.
We're gonna go down the stairs because the light's all over the place.
Okay, cool. So you head down the stairs, and after it's just a winding stone staircase that finally goes downward and downward. And as you're walking, you see water like halfway down the staircase, like it's flooded the cavern. Like you can see still downwards, like it's not flooded the whole cavern. It's like you can still breathe, but there's water
our
up
feet
into
wet.
the stairs.
Can
I
run
mean-
that back because I'm trying to understand gravity right now.
Okay.
So like the stairs go into the water
Yeah.
and then it's just a pool,
Well, so like the
or
stair.
there's like the stairs that continue on past the water.
Yeah, the stairs continue on past the water. It's like this
'Cause
cavern
we're
has
going
been.
down.
We're going down.
It's like when you step it down into a pool,
And
the
yeah,
stairs go
flooded.
into the pool.
So the stairs are flooded.
Yes.
Good way to
Yes.
put
Okay,
it.
thank,
yeah.
that's a lot clearer.
I think we need a
Okay.
perception check just for that.
And can I
Yeah,
get an
it-
intelligence check on
The
that?
stairs are
not
flooded,
really.
but like it's not all the way up to the ceiling. Like you can still.
That's because we're on the stairs right now.
Yeah,
Oh,
and like
yes.
as you continue to walk, well, do you continue to walk down through the water?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Dude, I'm going.
Okay,
I'm a strong swimmer.
I'm gonna hang back for a
we're
sec.
gonna watch them go.
Yeah.
Dude, I can butterfly like a
Okay,
mother.
so as you guys continue to walk down, Edmund's chilling, watching you guys. It goes up to your waist, and then the stairs stop and it opens up into this cavern entrance that's been completely flooded. And what you see is this water is black and murky, and other than that, it looks like this. There's stone carvings of like. Looks like beautiful elvish, dwarvish women. These Yord, they're holding like urns and like water's pouring out of them. So like it's still like this was like almost looks like a bathhouse.
Like a community bathhouse. bathhouse.
Yeah, but the strange thing is, as you're looking around here, all these runes are still glowing, but like it looks like there's just been charcoal smeared all across the walls and like strange like gothic runes. Like almost like graffiti is what you're kind of looking at it. They're evil. Like the the eyes of these statues have been crossed out with a black line, and there's like weird grotesque signs, and it's like someone has like ransacked this bathhouse.
Does it continue on anywhere? Or
So this room is
it?
just you're kind of standing in the entranceway, so like as you see there's just water overflowing everything, and like maybe there's a drain that's clogged or something that's not in the water cease and continue, and instead of like just overflowing the cavern more. But the water is definitely black, and so you can't see anything inside the water, and you can't really see anything in the cavern besides these statues and like smears on the wall.
Scary.
Not looking good, laddies.
And
It's
anyone
really-
have some Drano?
That's
I
scary.
mean, that might, we can't use it for an hour after, but you know, not sponsored. Maybe.
That's
We'll talk.
scary.
Laddies, I got a bad feeling.
So I'll just continue on.
You're gonna continue into the
Yeah.
water.
Is it still waist deep?
Yeah, it's still waist
Okay.
deep. So Cletus, as you step through the entrance and you step down, it goes up to your chest now, but you feel a crunch. You step on something.
Oh no.
And as you kind of like
Oh no.
look around and like feel what you're stepping on, you take a couple more steps, and a hand floats up. And it's floating there in the water.
Like a bone hand?
Yeah.
Does it move?
No, it's just a bone hand.
Is it just bone, or they're like
No, it's
giblets?
just bone.
Okay. Whew. Okay,
Does
good.
bone float?
It does.
It does
You know,
now.
It does.
Okay. You were right.
Bones the story, but the bones float.
There's also sea trout and
Sea
Costco.
trout, that's right.
Fancy Costco.
Fantasy cause.
But as
With
you like
nothing.
look, as you like are now in the entranceway, kind of grossed out by this bone, but like you see there are more skeletons that are like on the side, and who are like you can only assume the water is black because there are bodies in here.
Just decomposing.
I'm gonna go back up the stairs because I don't like
Y'all
body water.
idiots.
I'm gonna continue on.
This is like body soup.
Okay, so you Cletus and Parrish, you guys continue into the bathroom, and the rest of you, including Peter, decide to go back up. So Peter's like, "No, I'm good. Don't want to get my goat's fur wet," and then goes back up through the hallway.
That's a weird thing to call it.
Yeah.
So Parrish and Cletus, as you guys look in the bathhouse, you explore it for a little bit, really grossed out by how many bodies are down here, but you're still just seeing these crazy gothic signs everywhere.
Okay.
Like this has just been disrespect.
Is it in
Cutting
the same
itself.
runes, or are these discernible?
These are different. These are 100% different.
Are they discernible though?
No,
Okay.
no, you don't recognize these either, but they are different.
Okay. Are there any skeletons that are above water, or ones that I can pull up?
Yeah, there are
Okay.
some like in the corner, but there's not like there's not a lot of them, but there are some that are been piled in a corner. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go ahead and do a medicine check to see if I can figure out how they died.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. So that would be, drum roll, please. Oh, thank you. A 13.
13. Okay. So you pull one of these skeletons out of the water, and you don't know if while you were pulling it the bones kind of fell apart, but like it looks like the ribs have been smashed inwards, and he's missing a shoulder, but obviously that's probably because of just chilling in the water. But you're looking at a lot of blunt trauma as you're kind of seeing.
Okay, and no burn marks on the bones, no teeth marks, no biting, nothing.
Nothing.
Blunt force trauma. Okay.
Okay, and so as I progress towards the other end of this community bath, is there any like tunnels, anything, or is it just a room?
It's just a room that's been flooded. Everything, the only thing that you guys see that's out of the ordinary besides the bodies in here is this charcoal graffiti that's been all over the walls.
Okay. And are the runes my height? Like, can I touch them? Can I see them?
Yeah, you can see them and you can touch them.
Okay, so I go up to the closest one and I just run my fingers along. And is the charcoal, does it come off with my fingers?
Yeah,
or
it does.
Okay.
Yeah.
And is there any below the water level?
No.
Okay, makes sense.
I'm gonna
Actually
look
makes a lot of
for
sense.
a drain.
Okay. So to look for a drain, you're gonna have to plunge your head under
I'm
water.
ready. I'm ready.
Okay.
That's gross.
So
That's gross.
give me a d20.
Is there a modifier for this?
No.
7.
7. All right. You start just kind of bobbing for apples at this point.
Perfect.
And like you're reaching around. I mean, you can't really see in this water, and you kind of get the gut feeling if you open your eyes in here, it's just gonna be bad news bears for infections and stuff.
We're gonna get some
So you're just kind of moving bodies aside at this point, just kind of searching. So we're gonna actually switch over to the rest of the guys, the dry guys.
Try guys.
So you guys have headed back up through the tunnel, and you guys are walking back along this blue lit up entrance back to the main corridor. And you guys are just in the entranceway, and you're looking at that statue again. So what is your plan?
On to the next one.
Directly to the left?
Keeping your
You
hand
gonna
on the
leave
left
us
wall.
a trail
Left
of
wall.
breadcrumbs here?
You
You're
know the
gonna leave
planet's
us
left,
Left wall.
In like a room of dead people.
That was your own fault.
You guys jumped into dead person water.
Your left wall led us to a bath.
That you started swimming in with a bunch of dead people.
I'm in. I'm in it to win it.
Okay. So you guys continue on the left wall.
Is there a door on the left? Because we started on the left.
Yeah. This is a circular room.
Okay, so this isn't the one behind us.
No,
we came
the
from.
one that
This
you
is-
just came from.
This is
next
another,
one.
This is the next one. So
which
you're,
would be the next one on the left. So we didn't start on the left one.
No, you start on the left, and then when you come back, it's on your left because you're facing the other
So we're
direction.
going to the right one.
We really gotta
What are you
start
talking
intelligence
about?
checking Matt on every decision he makes.
You're right here.
And
You
as
go
can
left,
see,
Yeah.
and then you come back,
Dan is
and this
giving
is
me,
left.
A very, very
I see.
detailed
Okay,
explanation.
regardless,
On
you're
counter-directions
you're
one.
going to the left. Okay.
Back to the
You're
left.
going.
Get out of
Okay,
this.
you're going to the next tunnel.
Thank you.
Same thing happens after walking down it for a couple of about 10-20 minutes. It starts to light up blue again.
Stupid blue
and it's
light.
totally illuminated by everything. So you can see totally down this tunnel. You're starting to see some of this graffiti on here too over some of the runes. You've passed a couple wayward statues, and they've been like one of them has its head chopped off and it's like holding its head. You know this was not what the sculpture intended. It looks like it was actually broken and placed there. And so from there you continue on and walking, and you get to not a dead end, but you can see just rubble piled on and just collapsed, like this tunnel was collapsed.
So which tunnel are you guiding us into?
What?
This tunnel's broken. This tunnel's broken. Which tunnel works?
Well, our tunnel's not
I guess
broken,
you're
it
gonna
just
have
has
to
a
just
literal
find
dead
out,
end.
So are we going on the next one?
And with that,
Is-
we'll go ahead.
Is there any, like, can we see through the rubble, or is it just rocks?
Give me a d20.
You see rocks.
That'd be a 10.
Okay. So you kind of climb up on these rubbles and you look through, trying to pushing some away, and you can see to the other side, and it looks like only a section of this tunnel collapsed, and then it's just it's pitch black on the other side. But since you're a dwarf, you do have darkness vision,
It's me.
so you can kind of see. And what you see is a little weird. You see like hammocks that are strung across this tunnel.
Shoot.
And they're like some like campfires.
Burning?
No, but like you can see them in the ring, like they have been used recently. They're kind of smoking. You don't see anyone in these hammocks, but you can definitely tell that this is really thick and no one's gonna be able to move it.
We gone.
But can we fit through?
Can you
No,
blow
it's
the
probably
gap?
like if you make a box with your hands.
If you vote it out real
Okay,
quick.
okay, that's a
So
that's
Like,
a
are
dimension.
we talking like full hands, or are we talking like L7 weenie?
L7 weenie.
Oh, geez,
What if
that's-
I'm Kawhi Leonard, and my hands are the size of satellites?
Okay, but if your Kawhi Leonard hands are the size of satellites, you're still not gonna be able to.
Okay,
fit
you
through.
right.
Hey, dude,
So-
I don't know. I came into this world through a hole smaller than that. Like,
I could tell. I could attest to that too.
Yeah.
So.
Oh! Shade.
Damn, dude.
Hurts.
I'm just kidding.
My
But
So I'm gonna scamper back down
okay.
and tell the homies that we got some issues.
We're gonna go back to the bathhouse.
We're not going back to the bathhouse,
And
but
we have to
there's
find the
hammocks and fires and
Does it look
juju.
like Yord? Do you think they're Yord here?
You
still?
told me recently.
Bad juju.
You told me the fire's been burning recently, which means it's not the Yords.
So who could it be?
That's what I'm saying. That's why we're discussing it as a team right now.
It's not a complete team. I'd
Did
like
you
to say
see
that
anyone?
we're not there.
I didn't see it. No, that's the... Listen with your ears, okay? I saw
Dang it, Peter.
hammocks. I saw
I'm
fires.
sorry, Emmer. I'm just trying to understand.
Why do you always hate me, man? Okay, you know what? Let's
Why do
have
you
this out.
hate
Let's have
me?
this out. Okay, I come to you, okay, and I'm like, hey, I know something, and you're like, no, you don't. You don't know nothing, Ember. You're a stupid little dwarf. And I'm like, no, I do. I had a freaking vision. I have air powers. Can't collapse the house. I just saw people, except I didn't see any people.
Yeah, you
and you
collapsed-
don't believe me.
you collapsed.
Why don't you believe me?
You collapsed my house.
How many times do I have to prove myself right before you're like, Emmer, you're right. Let's figure this out before we die. Huh? Answer me that.
Did it ever occur to you that I had a hard life once you guys disappeared?
We're not talking about that right now. We're talking about the fires and the dudes that are down here that aren't
do you
supposed to be
think
down
you're
here.
making quite a bit of ruckus right now?
Yeah,
with your
that's the
pissy
point.
fit?
That's the point. Okay?
So is this hurting us or helping us here?
Probably, no, this is helping us because we need to work through this if we're going to be on this little adventure together.
I'm
Closure.
cool. Are you cool?
Are you going to respect me?
Probably not, but
Then I'm not cool. Then we got issues.
okay.
RESPECT. Okay?
Do you need me to find out what it means to you?
Yes. Yes, I do.
R.I.P. Aretha.
Got to shout out.
I respect you, Edmer.
Then let's get down to business and find out why the people who aren't supposed to be here are here.
Well, how about we go find Cletus and
Now we
Pirish, and we
We
have a
don't need
talk.
that dork.
Dude.
Okay. I don't want to smell them though.
I'll go get them.
Okay, let's head back.
Okay, so you guys head back to the main room. After about 20 minutes of you guys searching for the drain, you finally find it, but it is not unplugging. For whatever reason, it is just plugged, and you're not going to get that unplugged.
Like my butthole after Cheese Fest.
So, I guess.
Okay.
That
But
event doesn't exist, so that was just you eating cheese the
Yeah.
whole time. That's all it is.
but
Just enjoy yourself.
after
A party of one is still a party, man.
like 40 minutes of you guys checking out, swimming in this body fest, Peter comes out and says, once you lovebirds are done goofing off in the water, how about you come up here and join us? We got some problems.
No.
And then Peter walks away.
Should we go, Pirish?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did I find the drain?
Oh my god!
Can we get an intelligence check on Pirish, please?
Yeah, you're.
Yeah, no, he got a 0.
You found the drain.
There is
and
no
it's just
zero.
It can't be unplugged.
It's almost like someone
Like
said
I
it
said
2
that
minutes
already.
ago.
Sorry.
Not even.
My bad.
Anywho.
I have a wife.
Shut up. It's a
but
sensitive topic right now.
so you guys head back up and you meet with Peter and everyone, and he says, "Well, I guess Edmer has something he saw again, and he would like to tell us."
You were lucky
Surprise,
we had our
surprise.
talk. So we went down Tunnel 2, as we like to call it,
Layman's turn.
and there was collapsed halfway down. I climbed up the rubble with my spec ops vision
Right.
and saw through.
Oh yeah, perfect.
And there were hammocks and recently burned fires.
Why aren't we taking a
How
nap?
do you know if they were recently burned? If there wasn't, was there
Any light?
smoke?
There were embers and smoke.
There were Edmers. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Cletus, I'll be here all week. Okay. Do we have any way to move these? Or
No, there's some big old
Are you
rocks.
saying you don't want to go down that tunnel?
We can't get down the tunnel.
We're gonna have to go down tunnel number 3.
All right, tunnel 3 it is.
But like, there's homies down here that aren't supposed to be here.
Well, like,
I'm
do we?
prepared.
I don't. I mean, like, I'm like confident in my fighting ability as a bard with a -3 charisma, but like, you know, let's like not for a second. Cool.
Yeah.
Double negative sass. Is that a double negative?
Yeah. And can I get an intelligence check on Cletus? I mean, I vote next tunnel.
Tunnel number 3.
Tunnel number 3.
I am gonna ready my bow. And
You're just gonna
be unaware.
Okay, cool. So you guys, you ready your bow, pull it out, and you guys start heading down the tunnel number 3. As you're walking down this tunnel, kind of the same thing is happening, except for this tunnel is getting narrower and narrower instead of staying large like the other ones were. You're seeing more of this grotesque gothic graffiti on the walls as well. And as you start walking, you see something coming up that's definitely not was supposed to be there. You're seeing, like, everything else is this master-crafted runes on the walls, very nice tunnels and statues, but there's this black door that's made of weird broken wood, and it's kind of like crooked in the tunnel, and like it's blocking the tunnel, but yet you can kind of see through it, so it's very poorly made, but it's blocking your way, and it's pitch black, and you can hear something behind it.